Hey, soul family. We're on the road again. We have, we're not packed as pretty as we left. We're packed actually better than when we left. I think when I left Serenity's, it was packed really, really well. But this time, it's like anything that was going to blow off is locked down. Anything that might think even for a second that it might fall is lying down on the ground. I've got the crybaby right behind me, Sammy. Willow's actually
at the light. Use the right lane to merge onto
and,
I-10 East.
Bea, I arranged the cages differently, and she's not able to get to me, so it's not as fun for her. I don't know how I did it before. I think I pushed the other cat's cage to the side. I don't know what I did. Anyway, I figured I'd just stop and say hi really quick before we hit the freeway. We're just hitting Freeway 10. And it's 12:35 my time in California. We're an hour different in Sedona. Unfortunately for me, we're an hour ahead. So I didn't gain any time. I thought, wow, I did so well. I'm about an hour and a half away from where my daughter was. And we've been driving that far. But my intention was to try to get to Sedona before dark, and I doubt whether that's going to happen. And it's majorly windy today, which means I'm going to be going like 5 miles an hour. And right now the Freeway 10 is gnarly. So I'm gonna do a reading while I'm on here, because I'm curious to see what Spirit has to say for me. I got a BMW, black BMW in front of me. Shocking, right? Leading the way. My twin has always driven a black BMW. All right, here we go. Around the corner. How does that work, right? Black BMW for him, and I want a truck. So, Sammy's starting again. Here we go. Whoops. Yep. Crying. Oh, God, dude. You're going to have to get in the other lane. Here's the thing about California.
For 272 miles.
They're the worst. The worst. They are the worst. They don't get out of the way. They don't let you merge. They slam on their brakes and cut you off. So we're asking for all of the travelers to be on the road with me. Not the California drivers. I'm a California driver too. 2 kittens. You must choose. Here's your message. First message. You got a choice to make between 2. And right now, there's a lot of pain all the way around because somebody's not making a choice. So it could be 2 homes, 2 jobs, 2 people that want to be friends with you, and 2 people like loves in your life, right? 2 animals. You can't have both. See, that's the difference. See, I can have all my animals, and I'm keeping them all. So it's not about that. But it's you got to make a choice between 2, and it's difficult because you see good qualities in both, or good circumstances in both. But you absolutely cannot have both, because trying to hold on to them both is hurting everybody involved. So Spirit says you need, and you worry if you leave one that they won't be taken care of, that they won't be okay. And Spirit says, yes, they will. They'll be fine. You're just codependent, right? You think you have to be the hero and save everybody, but you don't. And in all reality, when people make decisions like that, when they hold on to something because they think they can't do without them, they're taking away their karma, the other person's karma. They're taking away their right to learn their lessons, right? You're not their savior. So whatever it is, you're not a victim. I am not a victim. Spirit says it's time to let the good times roll. So once you make your decision, you know what your heart wants, and you're supposed to follow it. And as soon as you make that decision, you don't look back. You don't feel guilty. You just go forward, and everything will work out well for everyone. All right, next message. Item. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Tammy. I would like to go home to Sedona and sleep for a month. Gosh, I'm going 70 and it feels like I'm just walking. That's how fast everybody around me is driving. Okay, here's the next message. It's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye for now. Right? I'm leaving my friends. I'm leaving my daughter. I'm leaving my grandson. It's time to say goodbye. And two fell together. The other one is Beautiful Worm. Beautiful Worm says it's time to take care of yourself. It's time to get your health back on track. Your health back on track. I'm seeing travel. It's time for travel, possibly. It is for me. So something is going to end right now. For now, it's going to end. But the key word is for now. So allow it to end. If this is a relationship that is ending, let it go. If this is, like I said, I'm leaving my family, right? It's time to go. If it's an argument, let it end. Something sizzling, Spirit says. There are solutions, logistics. So logically right now, you need to take care of yourself. Right now you might be feeling run down, you might have the sniffles, you might be exhausted. You need to treat yourself with kid gloves at this time. Oh my God, dude, seriously? I'm driving between two big trucks and they're flying and my little trailer's going all over the road. And it has nothing to do with me doing this reading because I'm watching the road and I'm holding both hands on the wheel. So right now it's about soft blankets, soft music, soft energy. Anything or anyone that makes you upset at this time needs to go. It was time for us to leave. Right? My daughter's got something she needs to deal with right now and she's stressed about it. I was going to spend one more night at Serenity's farm, but her dogs were stressed out with Bea. They had to stay cooped up and it's not fair to them. It's kind of like it's time, right? It's about divine timing. When it's enough is enough. So don't be surprised if you get a bit of a headache or if you get a bit of a cold, or maybe you could stop that. Like I don't get sick because I stop it before it gets that far. But it's definitely about caring for yourself. It's about focusing on your self-care. It's about not feeling guilty about that. It's about doing it in a loving way, right? You come first right now, Spirit says, before everyone. And it might be difficult for you. Maybe you're someone who always puts everybody else first, and that's your lesson. I just saw the number 10, which is the freeway, right? 10 is it's over. It's the end. Let it go. That needs to end. Whoa. I don't understand why I have to get sucked underneath these trucks. They freak me out. Hold on. Let me just get through here. Because they pull both ways, right? Like the trailer gets sucked in underneath them. And I don't want to go on that side because there's California freeways are always under construction. Always! And it's funny because I did a reading already, a phone call reading. She's one of my friends, actually, Missy. And the last thing she said was, okay, you drive safe and don't let any California drivers knock you off the road. And it was funny because we both said it at the same time. And I said, that's a message. Because the way we drive forward in life, it's like your freeway, the freeway of life, right? And I'm getting sucked underneath these big trucks and I'm not going to allow it. So I'm just taking my time. You guys can go flying by me on the left and you can go flying by me on the right, but I'm not getting sucked in because you're impatient. And I'm not getting sucked into anybody's drama either. And the freeways are under construction in California and I'm over it. Like, think about that. The social, the energetic, emotional freeways, always under construction. And I'm not going near that. I'm staying away from that because that's dangerous to me. So if you're under construction in California, I'm going back to Sedona. Right? I don't need to be there while you're under construction. I'll take care of myself. Woo! Not only are the roads narrowing right now, they think they can get away with squishing the roads smaller. Like, what is that? Like, you think the trucks and the cars are going to get smaller? No, we just get smashed into each other. Oh. I'm looking at all these campers driving in this direction, and I'm happy to be going in that direction. All right, correct for neutrality on all levels. Next message. Woo! 60 miles an hour strictly enforced, and I'm going 60, and you just saw that guy go flying by me, right? They're like, yeah. Ooh, sign right now. The good times are back. Right on. I say yes. Merge into that, right? Merge into the good times being back. Okay, correct for neutrality. How am I going to pick a card, Spirit? You guide my fingers to the right cards because I'm not going to take my hand off the wheel. So I got my hand on the wheel and my pinky is pulling a card. But I'm not going to lift it up. Hold on. I want to get on the open road a bit. We're too close. And I'm driving next to this really cool looking double duck truck. French Valley. That's over by where I used to live. Okay. And I'm driving on two different surfaces, which is not happy for my camper. I would really love to be in the far left lane, but of course that's the fast lane. The middle lane has got half ripped up road and half paved, so it keeps jerking the tire to the left. God, the worst roads ever. It's like every time you come here, there's so many people on these roads. Woo! Okay. Kitsune. I like this. Oh, Kitsune. Depends on how you... hands are on the wheel. See my hands? So this is telling you that Spirit says, we will show you who you can trust. If you're worried about who you can trust, we'll show you. You don't have to sweat it. If there's something that you need to know, we'll make sure you find out. If there's somebody that portrays themselves in a different manner, we will swiftly uncover that. And I'm seeing a big sign as I drive by right now of this field, and it says, playing it safe. Okay? So Spirit says, playing it safe. We're going to play it safe with you. You don't have to stress about it. If you see the Kitsune, you're going to know the presence of the Kitsune is near you if you see an orange cat, if you have a red-headed person show up. It's the color red. And this energy will come into your life, and they ask a lot of questions, sometimes to the point where you feel like it's intrusive. Like, man, that's kind of personal, right? But it's the energy that's being shown to you. That's why. Again, the sign, the good times are back. So don't worry. We will show you who you can trust. You will be safe. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to, what's the word? I hate the word assume, so I'm not going to use that word, but you're not going to have to try and figure it out, right? Because when you're trying to figure out, if someone's out to get you, or if they're lying, or if they're telling you, no, you didn't, how weird, but my screen went away. My screen constantly goes away. I don't know if I was gone, how long I was gone, that sucks. And I don't know. But we're made to chill. That's what Spirit says, and let us take care of everything else. So, next message. Correct for neutrality. I shouldn't lose you guys through here, because there should be major reception through here. Guide me to the next message, Spirit. An elder will teach you. So this is the time a mentor will come forward. This is the time when you're going to follow an example of someone who's been there, done that. It could be that in the job situation, somebody's going to come along, maybe give you some advice. Maybe there's somebody who has done something before that you haven't done before, and you should look up to them, right? They're an elder to you. They're going to teach you. This is a sea turtle, a sea tortoise. They live a long, long time. They've been around a long, long time, right? They know from whence they came. Not to mention, they live in their emotional waters, deep, deep in their emotional waters. So this is a deep old soul that comes along, that's going to show you the way to get there and the way to get things done. So stay open. Stay open. And sometimes what's interesting about an elder teaching you is it can be an old soul. It doesn't have to be somebody that's older than you. It's just somebody who is in a Zen place. Somebody who knows how to handle stress. Somebody who does the right things when they're going through stress, right? Doesn't mean they're perfect. It just means that they walk their walk, they talk their talk. So I'm getting a message. Somebody who takes CBD. Calm your butt down. Calm your butt down. Whoa, I'm driving by a big rig that's got army vehicles on top of it. And the army vehicles are in the back of the truck. I think that's interesting. So you might think you're a warrior, right? You might want to hurry up and win. And Spirit says, we're going to put you on the back of this truck. And this truck is a white truck. White is peace. White is purity. White is truth, right? White comes from Spirit. It's the white light. We're going to put you on the back of that truck, and you need to listen. You need to listen to what this one has to say. You need to follow this one's example. Wow. You need to follow the Jedi. That's what I literally just got. That's interesting, because I don't watch Star Wars. I'm not a Star Wars kind of person. So, somebody's pregnant and scared, and they need to go to their mom. That's just a side message, and I thought about it before I shared it. They need to go to their mom. Little brother, little sister, there you go. Somebody has responsibility, and they have a big responsibility, and they want to escape from it. And they wish they could, but It could be in any way. It could be a job responsibility. It could be a family responsibility. But little ones are looking up to you as an example, right? It's a big responsibility when others follow your example. You're the sun. They're looking up at you. That may be that might be a message in itself. You are the sun, as in someone's child, a son, and you are there. You're carrying a very heavy load, but Spirit's pulled it over to the side, and they're saying, we want to come up with an organic solution for you, because there's too much responsibility here. Younger friends, siblings, they're showing me territory. Territory. They also gave me another message. You feel responsible for what other people think, or responsible for keeping everybody happy. But living shouldn't require a membership, right? You shouldn't have to pass code or pass somebody else's approval in order to be in, to live your best life. This one doesn't look very happy with their responsibility, right? We all have responsibilities, and sometimes it's not fun. I'm responsible for 6 cats and a dog right now. Right now everybody's calm, so it's okay. But when they're all crying, it's pretty stressful, right? Sometimes they're really delightful. When Saphira went missing, that was extremely stressful for me. When Finn went missing, I had more faith that he would just come back, and he did, because he loves me. He's going to come back. Saphira's a little sketchy right now, so I was really, really worried about her. And when and before she went missing, that you guys probably don't even know that she went missing. They both did on this trip, and I thought I'll never get her back, because she's still not been fixed. She's getting fixed when we get back. I couldn't get her in for an appointment, and I thought, wow, I'm only going to be here a couple days, and there's no way, and in my readings, Spirit kept, I did an animal reading for them, and she kept telling me, it's okay. This situation has not changed. I'm safe. I'm just, what was the word? The situation has not changed. I'm okay. I'm just hiding out from all the noise. And I thought, that's weird. She's gone. But she wasn't. She was in the trailer. She was with me. She was just hiding. So there's another message. This person, wow, I literally just almost watched a big truck hit a trailer on the side of the road. That was not cool. So I'm going to stay way back. So that's what I'm saying. Somebody's carrying an oversized load of responsibility, and other people need to be considerate of that, need to understand that. So if you are carrying an oversized load, like I was stressed out with my cats when they went missing, right? That wasn't fun for me at the time. At that time, caring for those cats wasn't fun. But right before she went missing, she was sitting on my bed. I know who this cat represents, my twin. She was sitting on my bed, and I was just loving her. I looked at her and I thought, God, you're so beautiful. And she was sitting on the bed, looking around, and I was so happy with her. And then all of a sudden she was gone, just like him. And it was extremely stressful for me, right? But then all of a sudden she just reappeared like a magician, and the stress went away, and I held her, and she was snuggled up against me, and it was like all of a sudden the responsibility, I was grateful to have her back, right? So when Finn and Saphira both went missing at the same time, most people would say, okay, I mean, understandably, you're upset, you love them, but it's like, well, now you have 2 fewer cats, right? You got 4 cats instead of 6. It's much more manageable. But I got to tell you, I wanted them both, and when they both came back, I was grateful that they were both there. So sometimes our responsibilities are pain in the ass, and sometimes it's not gratifying, sometimes it's not fun, but other times it's really gratifying, and it's really wonderful, and it's worth it. And so Spirit's saying, if you need help with this wide load, don't think that you have to do it alone. Sometimes we think we have to do it alone. I'm just passing a little scamp trailer, like a double length one. It's a newer one. It's super cool. I'm calling it a more modern trailer for myself, or a schoolie bus. I'm saying it right now. This is the side point, but I'm putting it out there so you guys can watch me manifest it. Because I love my little trailer. It's adorable. But it needs to be stationary. It needs to be like a little Airbnb that people can go in and enjoy it. Probably should go back to Serenity's on the farm and be rented out, or on somebody else's little farm and be rented out. I have another friend up in Arizona, up by the Grand Canyon, asked me if I wanted to put it on his property and rent it out. It's so beautiful. People should enjoy it. It should be set up pristine and be enjoyed and not have to take out stuff because of the kittens. So, because of responsibilities, you have to alter things, right? So Spirit's saying that if you need help with your responsibility, please ask. Don't think that you are the creator, because you're not. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Interesting, as soon as I said that, somebody showed up. Don't think that you are the creator. You're not. And we're all susceptible and we all need help. And my life got a hell of a lot better when I opened up and said that I was vulnerable and asked for help. I got it. Do you know that Serenity and her husband bought me a tire? I wanted to see if he would pump up the air in my tire because it was low. He bought me a brand new one. They did it in exchange because her dog scratched the side of my car, but I can get it buffed out. I know I can. And I didn't expect that, and it was amazing, but I needed it. I needed it. And he took my tire off that was low. He filled it with air and he put it on as a spare because my spare was old and the tread was worn. So when I asked for help, that happened. And I asked for help. I was crying and I just needed support. I just wanted to know that someone was there because I felt alone. Serenity showed up just like that. Tammy and John showed up just like that. And Serenity is a nurse. So she had specific things that I could do for my animals. And then she cooked my fish and chicken up. I was so overwhelmed that I couldn't even think straight. I was tired. I've been working on 4 nights with 2 hours to sleep. And your brain can't do everything. When you have so much responsibility, that wide load, all you can do is think about that, right? You can't, generally women are really, really good at delegating authority, but you can't when you've got so much on your plate and you're unrested and everyone's pulling at you from every direction because you're not replenishing yourself. So, comes Serenity to the rescue and reminded me, make chicken, make fish, do that. And Willow started to eat and Sammy started to eat, and that brought down my stress levels like immensely. And then I said that at some point I knew I was going to go to Torrey Pines. I just knew I was going to go to the beach. I needed the beach. And then my daughter had certain hikes picked out, and one of the hikes was Torrey Pines. And we went to the beach yesterday and we hiked all along the cliffs, and I was in the water with my feet up. I was into the water almost up to my waist. And I needed it because I asked for it, right? But you can't keep going and going and going. And I see somebody, he's a Great Dane, and you need to look up that totem. I'm going to share this. Hopefully I can save it and share it on YouTube, because Great Dane totem is really important according to what I'm speaking about right now. You can look it up ahead of time if you want. Great Dane on Google, Great Dane totem, and look at the message and go to spirit animals and get their vision of it, because the Great Dane will speak to you. But you think you can do it all, and you can't do it all. None of us can. And why do you want to anyway? Right? Nobody wants you to be a martyr. God doesn't want you to be a martyr, and we're not fucking victims. So sometimes people create chaos or keep themselves in chaos because they like to be a hero. And that's not good. Ask Spirit for help. It will come Federal Express. It's all right to be alone. Sometimes people don't want to be alone. I got that message yesterday. This is the little wolf girl, and it's okay to be alone. I went through this. When I went through my divorce, everybody was like trying to get me to go on dating websites and date, and I'm like, no. And even now, it's like, Sherry, you need to date. You need to go. No, I don't need to date. Thank you very much, because who is meant to come in my life is going to come to me. Spirit's going to guide them right to me. I'm not going to go sit on a dating website and pimp myself out. I don't need that. I can be alone. I'm good. Now, sometimes people feel that they have to stay alone. That's not what Spirit's talking about. Spirit's talking to the other people who are afraid to be alone, who are afraid to, if I go there, they'll cut me off. If I go there, I'll never have them. When I went through my divorce, I had been married my whole life, and I've always taken care of everybody. Took care of my parents, took care of my, husband, I took care of my kids, I took care of my stepkids, I took care of everybody. And all of a sudden there was nobody to take care of but me. And I didn't know how to take care of me. Isn't that bizarre? I could take care of them, but I couldn't take care of me. me required self-love, and I didn't even know what that was. And I loved the ocean, and I would go to the beach, and I was so traumatized. I remember this. I would tell my mom I couldn't even go to the beach if I didn't have a Walkman or a radio to play constantly music in my ear. I'd lose my mind, because I'd never been alone. I didn't know what it felt like to be alone. It was terrifying for me to be alone. And it took a lot. Soon after that, Spirit ripped me out of California and sent me to Wisconsin. And I didn't know anybody. I did not know anybody. And it was the most gratifying thing that ever happened in my life. I became self-sufficient, capable, and I stood on my own. And so Spirit's saying, it's okay to be alone. You can do this. You don't have to have somebody holding your hand. It's all right to be alone. And it's okay to enjoy it. I like being alone. If you're not going to bring something better to my life, I'm good where I'm at. I like being alone. I love my animals. But this is about those who are afraid to be alone. I got a message from Spirit yesterday that somebody loves somebody and they want to offer them their heart. But they're afraid if they aren't accepted and they walk away from where they are, they won't be allowed to go back to where they are. And Spirit says, good, because you're meant to walk away, and that's the problem. You're not walking away. It's okay to be alone. Your thing is, you need to be alone. You need to learn how to be alone, and you need to learn how to love it. And when you learn how to be alone and love it, then you draw towards you another independent, strong person, and then together, you're unstoppable. Last message. I knew this was coming out, and we've been getting it almost every freaking day. I mean, every time we do a reading. A twist in the tale of your life that you were not expecting. Twins who were different. We just got it. So, obviously, for us to get it again out of a 78 card deck, to get it again, it's pretty important to tell you this. It's a change that you didn't see coming. Now, it's like I said, what are all the things that could it be? A job. You get fired from a job. You got to move. Somebody has an accident. It changes their appearance. You find out somebody in your life is living a double life. You find out you have a sibling that you didn't know, or you find out your mom or dad aren't your mom or dad. Something that you didn't expect to happen. Now, it doesn't have to be bad. It can be something really good. It can be something that you just gave up hope on. It could be something really, really sweet and wonderful. But whatever it is, it's a change. And you didn't expect it. It's coming from left field. So I like that. If it's coming from left field, it's coming from heart side, right? And you're going to be helped through it. And in the end, it's a blessing. It's beautiful. But you didn't expect it. And the thing is, you can plan things in your life, right? There's some people that are micromanagers and they have everything planned exactly the way they want it to go. You can't do that. You can't decide how everything is going to go because the world doesn't work that way. You can be a hard case and you can be stubborn and you can fight it, but it's not going to stop this from happening. It's going to happen irregardless. No matter how well mapped out everything is for you, no matter how much you think that you've got it figured out, this is going to happen. This change is going to happen. So, Spirit says you might as well just trust us and trust that we know what's best for you. I am watching a gazillion trailers go back that way. You're going to be successful. It's going to be sweet, and you're going to have a victory, Spirit says. So, I don't know how much of this got cut off when my screen disappeared. It may not have, I'm not sure. But I'm being told, oh wow, 7779. Uh-oh, my phone's getting hot. Okay, there. I gotta go down here for a second. My phone's getting hot. If my phone gets hot, it's gonna shut off. So, 777 says you're on the right path in absolutely every area of your life. And if you stay on your spiritually illuminated path, it will exceed your expectations. The number 9 says you've got everything you need, light worker, in order to move forward on your spiritually illuminated path. Keep moving. Stop procrastinating. Somebody's procrastinating. I gotta hold my phone this way. I'm sorry. It's like gonna explode. It's going to explode. Somebody says we're gonna watch over you. You're gonna have a clan member that's gonna watch over you. They show me the wolf pack. The wolf pack, they take care of their own. I've got a wolf pack. I know who's in my wolf pack. They're the ride or die. And Spirit says you're gonna be fine. It's gonna be all good. Just as long as you stay on your spiritually illuminated path and keep moving. And something that you thought was over is suddenly going to burst back to life. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's the twist in the tale of your life you weren't expecting. You weren't expecting that to happen. It was over. It was done. It was a dream. It was a relationship. Whatever it was done. And Spirit says, nope, they're showing me a new home. I keep getting that. I don't know what the hell it is. But that's it. So I'm going to let you guys go because my phone's too hot and I don't want to have to hold my phone up like this. So I love you. I hope everyone's having a beautiful day. And thank you for being my soul family. You guys rock. Totally. You got my back. I know people who've got my back. And sometimes, you know, the ones who have your back, they'll surprise you. I got another message too. Sometimes if you allow somebody to help you and allow them to see that you're vulnerable, remember, as I said before, you let them rise to the occasion for a change, and it feels good for them to be able to help someone else. It also takes them out of their own misery or their own stress, their own trauma, because when we're focusing on someone else, our problems aren't in the forefront, and we give Spirit a chance to let things kind of calm down and rearrange things. So, like I said, it's not necessarily just about you not being full of pride and not asking for help. It's also about letting someone help you. Allow someone else to help you for a change. Let them feel good. And I'm seeing again 999. You've got everything you need, Lightworker, in order to move forward. Stop procrastinating. Maybe you think you need more. Spirit says you don't. Go through the golden arches into your future. I love you guys. Peace out. Finish. Wow. It doesn't want to let me finish. That's weird. Oh my gosh. Well, we might just have to sit here together till my phone calms down. So you can hang up one by one, but my phone won't let me close. iPhone wants to cool off. Here, let me cool off my iPhone. Because that message is there, it won't let me shut my... Can you please let me shut off? This is so stupid. It won't let me shut it off. Like, I know it wants to cool down. Come on, cool down. All right, what do we want to talk about? I guess we're supposed to keep talking. Spirit says we're connected. I'm laughing. I'm literally driving by. Check this out. Oh, I can't. I can't do anything with this phone. So I'm driving by a big sign that says that we're connected. When I was trying to get connected and work, it wasn't happening. My phone wasn't connecting. There we go. I think it cooled off long enough to disconnect.